With an SBR industry news update reporting for sportsbookreview.com. First up, 24SportsWeb has been offline for 3 days now. One player with a $5,000 pending payment complained to SBR that the sportsbook has been unreachable since going offline. SBR is attempting to make contact with 24SportsWeb executives to confirm the nature of the outage. A number of industry sportsbook have been targeted by denial of service attacks as of late, though most shops are adequately protected and capable of dealing with the attacks. In other news now, SportsBettingOnline has been added to the SBR ratings guide at C-. SBO manager Dave Johnson, former CEO of Betway Sportsbook, shared his vision for the company in an exclusive interview with SBR. SBO is currently tailored to North American sports bettors, though the new sportsbook plans to diversify their offerings in the future. For more information, please read the SBR newswire. And finally, Betway has refunded the player in the Champions League wagering dispute reported by SBR early this month. The promotion stipulated that losing prop bets on select markets would be refunded if Chelsea player Drogba recorded a goal in the match. A player complained to SBR that his €100 prop bet was not refunded. Betway was unwilling to discuss the claim with SBR, but ultimately settled the dispute. To date, Betway has confiscated £6,514 from players using their gotcha bonus rules covered in the SBR newswire. Now joining us on the program is Justin Seven. Hi Justin.
Good afternoon, Natalie.
Now Justin, several weeks ago we reported that SportsBetting.ag was slow paying many of its players, owing over $140,000. Now are there any updates on these slow plays to date?
We actually have some good news. A lot of players have been reporting that they're receiving checks and the checks are actually being successfully cashed. Now, if you have a pending bank wire, I'd advise you to contact them and cancel the bank wire and then request a payout by check, which seems to be working.
Now, before we end this show, have you got anything else cooking for us?
Yeah, I have a pretty big dispute involving OneBet Vegas, a credit outfit where a player won $154,000, but the agent is not paying him anything.
Okay, for those of us who don't know exactly, what is a credit outfit or credit shop as it's also referred to?
Most sportsbooks are what they call post-up sportsbooks, where you send money, and if you send $800, for example, you cannot bet more than $800 or whatever your current balance is. With a credit shop, you have a relationship with a person called an agent, and this person gives you a line of credit, much like a credit card. And if, for example, if he gives you a $2,000 credit, you could bet, you have up to $2,000 in bets pending, and then usually once a week you would settle. So if you won, the agent would pay you every Monday, and if you lost, you'd pay your agent on Monday.
Okay, now would you advise people to do this?
I'd advise most people to stay away from credit operations, and the reason is because so many of them are scams. You'll find that they're fine taking your money when you lose, but then when it's time for them to pay, as in here, they just simply don't pay.
If a player was having problems getting paid by a sportsbook, they can contact SBR and we'll help them claim their money back. But in this case, as you just mentioned, what remedy, if anything, does this player have?
Well, unlike high-rated sportsbooks where we can apply pressure or usually resolve things, your only remedy here is to go after the agent, because your agreement is not with OneBet Vegas, it's with the agent who promises to pay you your winnings. And so your only relief then is, well, whatever you can do to him to persuade him to pay you.
Okay, so in the end of the day, be careful who you play with and always check the SBR Sportsbook rating guide before you do business with any sportsbook. Thank you once again, Justin.
Thank you.
And thank you to you for tuning in. I've been your host, Natalie Rydstrom, reporting for SportsBookReview.com.